All right, so our new stuff, we're going to start with adding and subtracting fractions. Now, I'd like to know what 1/2 times 1/3 is. Can any of you work that for me?
Wait, what you just say? You said what's the answer to that?
Yeah, I'd like to know what that is. Someone work it for me and tell me how you get that problem.
Wouldn't it be 1/6?
Yeah, it's 1/6 because you just go directly across. Now, what about this one? 1/2 plus 1/3.
I got that in my notes. I was doing it earlier. I forgot about that.
This one is not as simple because you cannot do it when it looks like this. You'll go to fraction jail if you do this kind of problem. And if you say it's like if you say it's 2/5, because you just added the top and bottom. You cannot just add top and bottom when you're doing addition or subtraction. What were you going to say, Steve?
I was about to say, isn't it for like the common multiple or something like that you have to find?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. When we're adding or subtracting, the fractions have to have the same denominator. The denominator is the number on the bottom. So if we're going to do any addition or subtraction, they have to have that same denominator. So let's talk about how to find same denominators. So what we're going to do is we're going to print the fractions by multiplying them by 1 in a way that makes them have the same denominator. Now, what is this fraction? What does it equal?
1, right? Or
Yeah, it equals 1. What about this fraction?
1? Is that 3/3?
Yep. What about this fraction?
1?
Yep. What about this fraction? 50,468 divided by 50,468.
Wouldn't it still be 1?
It'd still be 1. Whenever you have the same number on top and bottom, it's going to equal 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that trick and multiply each number by 1 so that they have the same denominator. What am I talking about? I sound crazy, don't I? Let's talk about these numbers. 1/2 and let's just do 1/3. Those are the numbers we were dealing with a minute ago. So let's look at these. How can we make these have the same denominator? We can multiply them each by 1. We can multiply 1/2 by 3/3, and that is going to equal 3/6. We can multiply 1/3 by 2/2, and that's also going to equal 2/6. Now, we can add these because we have the same denominator. So we can say 3/6 plus 2/6 equals 5/6. Difficult? This is a hard thing to get. Let's try this one. 1/2 and 4/9. Well, as I look at these, I'm going to say they can both go into 18. So I'm going to say 2/2 and 9/9. You can always clown each other that way, like do the other one's bottom number on top and bottom, like I did here. So here we're going to have 9/18. And here we're going to have 8/18. So now we can just add them together. And then we get 17/18. Now I want you all to try this one. You don't need to add them together, just find the same denominator, 7/12 and 3/4. So I want you all to try this one now. Try it on your own with your paper, all right? And then give me a thumbs up or something when you're done and ready for me to work through it.
Do you want the answer or no?
You can put the answer in the chat if you want. I just want you all to work this one. Give me a thumbs up or something when you work through it. Okay, I got some answers, so I'm going to work it now. So when I look at these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, 4 goes into 12, so I can multiply this one by 3/3, and I can get 9/12. So then I have 7/12 and 9/12 for my answer. Sorry, those are
Oh, I
bad
did that
circles.
wrong.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I said I did it wrong.
Now, another way you can do it, I'll try and do it your way, Steve, is if you have 7/12 and 3/4, you can say each of them 12/12 and 4/4, and you're going to get 28/48, and you're going to get 36/48. So just different approaches. You'll get answers that are correct for both of them. Now, why don't you all try this one? And for this one, I want you to put your answer in the chat when you get it. 3/16 and 1/2. Okay, got some questions. All right. All right, Steve, this is not me picking on you, but your answers have different denominators. They need to have the same
Oh,
denominator.
my bad, my bad. I didn't mean to put that like that. I meant, uh,
So what you want to do is you want to get them to have the same number on the
I meant to
bottom.
have 8. My bad. I meant to do 24 over 8 and 16 over 8. I have made mistakes and switched them. But I don't know if that's still right.
24. Yeah, so what you can do here is you can always multiply them by the other one's not bottom number. So like here we can go 16. This is supposed to be a 2. 16 over 32. And here we can go 2 over 2. We can go 6 over 32. So you can always, for someone who asks us in the comments, you can always do these other like
Simplified version?
that. You don't want to, you can simplify them. There's not really a reason to. You can do it after the problem because you're usually going to be adding or something together. If we look at this one, 3 over 16, and this is the same one, 1 over 2. Yeah, no, it's not random numbers. You can actually realize you don't have to multiply this one by anything because you can just multiply this one by 8 over 8 and you get 8 over 16. And then you have some numbers that are similarly have the same denominator. I'm going to give you all one more to work on. 12 over 21 and 4 over 7. Why don't you all try this one? All right. We've got some numbers in the chat. Let's see. I'll give you all a few more minutes. Would love if everyone could try this one. Give it a try, throw an answer in the chat.
No manches. ¿De qué me perdí? No, pues no puedo escuchar nada.
All right.
Oh,
Now there's several ways we can do it. We can do the foolproof way that's safe is we can multiply the bottom one by 21 over 21 and the top one by 7 over 7. You're going to get 84 over 147 and you're going to get 4 times 21 is also 84, I think. 47. Let me make sure that's right. 21, 4. Yes, that's 84 over 147. Another way you can do this is 12 over 21. No problem, Jose. Good to see you. 4 over 7. You can just multiply this one by 3 over 3, and then that gives you 12 over 21. And so they're actually the same number, you see. They're equal to each other. So that's a little thing for that's a nice little thing. I don't know if it's nice, if you'll actually think it's nice, but I think it is. That's a nice little thing for finding common denominators, getting them the same denominator. I'm going to put an extra practice worksheet where you can just work on finding common denominators, because I know that's really important. For adding and subtracting fractions. So let's do this now. Adding, you can put this in your notes, and subtracting fractions. Now, for doing this, we need to make sure they have the same common denominator. Same denominator. They have to have the same number on the bottom. If they don't have the same number on the bottom, the problem will not work. You can't do anything. So you've got to figure out how to get them to have the same on the bottom. So then you can do you can just add or subtract the numbers on top from each other. So here's some examples with no denominator change. 1/4 plus 1/4. This is going to equal 2/4. If we simplify this, it's 1/2. 2/3 plus 4/3 is 6/3. If we simplify this, it is 2. Now, what I'd like you all to try is 5 over 6 plus 2 over 6. So why don't you all try this one? So all we have to
Oh,
do
I
here
don't know why I thought that was a 3. I'm sorry.
is with my handwriting, my apologies. All we have to do here is add or subtract the numbers on top. So we get 7 over 6, and that's the answer.
I thought that was-
Kind of straightforward when you do it that way. Now, if we're now let's look at some subtraction. 9 over 16. Well, you can't simplify this one. 7 over 6, it could be 1 and 1 over 6. Why wasn't it just 7? Because the number on the bottom stays. It's over 6. So the number on the bottom has to stay. So 9 over 16 minus 3 over 16. The number on the bottom stays, so it's going to be over 16. 9 minus 3 is 6. Now we might want to simplify this one. So 6 over 16 divided by 2 is going to equal 3 over 8. Let's try this one. 4 over 12 minus 1 over 12. That's going to equal 3 over 12. And if you simplify 3 over 12 divided by 3 on top and bottom, it's going to equal 1 over 4. Now, why don't you all try 13 over 8 minus 7 over 8? So I'd like all of you to get that one a try. So everyone give this a try. All right, we've got some answers given, some are simplified. So we have 13 minus 7 is 6 over 8. The 8 stays the same. We can simplify 6 over 8. We can divide both by 2. And we get 3 over 4 for our answer. All right, so those are pretty like straightforward. And when I say straightforward, I mean there's not a lot there. You're just adding or subtracting the number on top or bottom. These are going to get more difficult. We're going to have 1 over 2 minus 2 over 3. Now we cannot just go 1 minus 2. We have to make them have common denominators. So 1/2 and 2/3. We can multiply this one by 3 over 3 is 3 over 6. We can multiply this one by 2 over 2 is 4 over 6. So now, and I actually meant to make this a plus. So pretend that's a plus. So now we have 3 over 6 plus 4 over 6, and we get 7 over 6 for our answer. Try this one, 2 over 8 minus 1 over 6. These are not the same on bottom, so we have to make them the same. 2 over 8, 1 over 6. We can multiply the 8 by 6 over 6, and the 6 by 8 over 8. For the 8 times 6, we're going to get 12 over 48. For this one, we'll get 8 over 48. So we can rewrite it all as 12 over 48 minus 8 over 48. And that is going to equal 4. Oh, I got zoomed out. That is going to equal 4 over 48. And I can simplify that by dividing by 4. And I get, by 4, and I get 1 over 12 for my answer. Jose, in the bottom right, there's something that looks like the Google Maps icon or Apple Maps. Click that, and then you'll see like a map of all the board, and it'll look like a long line because I'm writing from top to bottom. Then just click towards the bottom and you'll find me. All right, so now here's a practice problem. 5 over 9 plus 1 over 2. So why don't you all try to work this one? You've got to find the common denominator, and then you've got to do the addition. So I'm going to write your first step here, 5 over 9 and 1 over half. Your first step is to find the common denominator for these two numbers. Are you able to see them now, Jose?
No, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. It's kind of like lagging, and it won't like zoom out or zoom in.
Oh no, maybe if you leave the meeting and come back, it'll fix.
Alrighty, I'll try that.
All right, anyone having any luck with this one?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it won't let me see it or anything.
Okay. Is anyone having luck trying to work the problem out?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, got some people still working, so I'm going to leave it be for a minute.
Rainy season. I think they got a cover on that. You guys get good and wet?
But yeah, we got really wet actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. Wouldn't you know it? The puppy dogs like you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they leave you?
Oh no, they're right there.
Well, there.
Yeah.
Mhm. So this is
Oh.
All right. Got some answers in here. Y'all okay for me to go ahead and work it now? All right. Yeah, so Steve asked if we can do some more after class. If you want to stay on for like 15 minutes, we can work some more of them. Let's multiply this one by 2/2 and this one by 9/9. That's going to equal 9/18. This is going to be 10/18. Then we just have to add them. 10/18 plus 9/18. It's going to be 19/18. Oh, is my pen not writing? Oh, that was weird. My pen didn't write for a minute. It got messy, but that's going to equal 19/18. So can I go over how to find the common denominator? I'll focus on that here. So what I did is I saw the bottom number on this one is 9. So I multiplied the other one by 9/9. The bottom number on this one is 2. So I multiplied the other one by 2/2. Let's do a common denominator one. Let's do 3/4, and then let's do 4/9. So why don't you try to find the common denominator here? 3/4 and 4/9. Remember, you can always multiply the other one by their what do you call it? By the other denominator. So why don't you all try this one for me? All right, let's see some more answers in the chat. Somebody just sent me a DM and got it right, so I'm very happy. Let's see some more answers, and then I'll work this one. I'm not asking you to add or subtract this time. I'm just asking you to find the common denominator. All right, we got some more that got the right answer. The right answers are rolling in now. This is great. Let's see who else gets it. All right. Let's do this. So for this one, we can multiply by 9 over 9. Oh, it does that sometimes. Oh. For this one, we can multiply by 9 over 9. And we'll get 27 over 4 times 9 is 36. For this next one, we can multiply by 4 over 4. And we'll get 16 over 36. All right, start working this one. This next one, I'm gonna have you work on your own. 4 over 5 minus 2 over 3. And we're gonna do this ASVAB style. And we're going to do a poll for it.
Are we simplifying this or no?
Sure, simplify it. Here's the quiz for you. All right, I've got 5 answers. Five out of 10 people have answered. All right, I got 7 answers in. That's good. Let's see how many more we get. Eight answers. I just need 2 more. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine to just guess the person who asked that. All right, I'm gonna work it now. I think all the answers are in. So first thing we need to do is find the common denominator. And then let's share the results. So this is good. As you can see, almost everyone answered 2 over 15. That is the answer. So we're gonna find the common denominator. We can multiply this one by 3 over 3, and this one by 5 over 5. And we will get 10 over 15. And we will get 12 over 15. And then we're going to get 12 over 15 minus 10 over 15 equals 2 over 15. So C is the right answer. And I think you all saw that quiz was called Probability with Marbles. Just ignore that. I just redid an old quiz. So that's an introduction to adding and subtracting fractions. It's one of the most difficult things you do in the class because the finding common denominators is hard. Now we're going to start getting into decimals. And we might get into percents tonight. So decimals. So when we do operations on decimals, and an operation is addition, it's subtraction, it's multiplication, it's division. So the important thing to remember is get everything lined up. We want to get the decimal places next to each other, basically. So let's do an example of what I mean. 0.77 plus 14.6. What we have to do is we have to write 14.6 plus 0.77. And we solve. There is a placeholder 0 here, so 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry the 1. 5, 15. What's tempting but wrong will be to do 14.6 and 0.77, and then you're going to get something like this. That's wrong. This is wrong, and you won't even know where to put the decimal place. You've got to get the decimals lined up with each other like that. It's the same way if we're subtracting. Let's say 5.5 minus 0.41. 5.50 minus 0.41. 1 second. I got to respond to private message. Okay. Now let's subtract here. 10 minus 1 is 9. Whoa, something went really crazy. I don't know. I'm sorry what happened. Let me rewrite that. 5, 4, 0, 5.09. My chat went away. All right. So 5.09, Steve, not
So
5.9.
I was just about to ask that. So why is it 0.9 and not 5.9?
So let me, yeah, go ahead.
I know. I was just maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know. It's looking. I thought it would be 5.9.
So if we line them up, so remember we gotta have the 5.5, then we gotta put the decimal place right beneath it
Mm-hmm.
for 1. Then there's a placeholder 0 here. 10 minus 1 is 9. Then right here, 5 goes down to 4, and that becomes 0, and then 5 there.
Okay. I guess.
Let's try a multiplication. 0.7 times 0.03. This isn't actually as important to get it lined up, but I'm still going to teach you to do it that way because I think it's the neatest way. And I like to teach ways that make you not like have to make choices that could lead to mistakes. So now you get it like this. Now we're going to go 0 times 3 is 0. 3 times 7 is 21. So bring down the 1, carry the 2. We'll put a placeholder 0 here. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. So now we'll bring this all down, 210. Now what we have to do is we have to count the decimal places. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is 0.021. Let's try this one, 77.5. Why does it do that? It's not cute. 77.5 divided by 25. 77.5 divided by 25. Well, we have to see how many times is 25 going to 77. It goes once. So this is like some long division practice. I know you're requesting that, Steve. Or sorry, I'm sorry, that's just incorrect what it just did. I got excited by saying we're doing long division. I did it very incorrectly. 25 goes into 77 3 times, and then it's 75. 2, bring down the 5. 25 goes into 25 once. Remainder 0. Now we bring the decimal point up here for our problem. Now I'm going to show you a different kind of division problem. So sometimes we're going to get them and they're going to look like this. 278 divided by 3.6. Now, when we do this, 278, 3.6, we can't actually do it like this. This doesn't work. So what we have to do is we have to move the decimal place 1 to the right here, and we'll move it 1 to the right here as well. So now instead of 278, this is 2,780. And instead of 3.6, we have 36. So I'm going to rewrite it 2,780 and 36. So we've got to say how many times is 36 going to 278? Geez, that's hard. How many times does it go in? Let's do 36 times 6. 6, 3. 3 times 6 plus 3 is 21, 216. That's not right. Let's do 36 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Carry the 4. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 4 is 25. So we can put 7 here. We can put 252. Subtract the 6. Subtract the 2. Bring down a 0. How many times does 7 go into 260? Well, we just learned it goes 7 times because that's 252. And then this is 0, 10, that's 8. And so the answer is 8. So we can write the answer as 77 and 8 over 36.
This is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this division is crazy.
Let me I've got a few more things to work. Let me do that, and then we'll do some practice problems where y'all can practice. So now
Okay.
we're gonna do something. We're gonna go fractions to decimals, and then we're gonna go decimals to fractions. So what if I give you this fraction, 3 over 16, and say I want it as a decimal? Well, all you really have to do is do the division. Now 16 doesn't go into 3, so you got to add a decimal place and put a 0. 16 goes into 30 one time. 16 times 1 is 16. We have left over 14. We have a 0, we can bring a 0 down. Let's see how many times is 16 going to 140. Let's try 16 times 7. 2, 4. 7 times 1 plus 4 is 112. That's probably not big enough. Let's do 16 times 9. Sorry, that's ugly. 16 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. Is it 54? Yes. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 4. That's 144. So it's not that either. So it's going to be 8. 16 times 8 is 6 times 8 is 48. Bring a 4 over. 8 times 1 plus 4, 128. So we can put a 4 here. 128. Then we have 10. That's 2. That's 1. That just cancels out. So let's put a 0 here. How many times does 16 go into 120? It goes 7 times. So we can put 112 here. We found that out earlier. 10 minus 2 is 8. And then we just have 8 left over. Now finally, let's put a 0 here. How many times does 16 go into 80? Let's try 16 times 5. And that is 80. So it goes in 5 times. So your answer is 0.1475 if you're trying to go from a fraction to a decimal. Now, why don't you all try this one? And it's really just a long division problem. Why don't you try to work this one out?
Three, 7, 5.
Right. How's everyone doing? How's this problem going?
I literally just got stuck on like on the second part.
Got stuck where?
On the second part. So I did,
Okay.
so basically we're doing 25 divided by 9, right?
Um, yeah,
Okay, we are. Okay, so I got
that's how you want to set it up.
okay, so yeah, that's exactly how I got it. So right now I got the 3 on top because you got to put the 0, right? And you got to put how many times go 25 going to 90, and that's gonna be 75, which is 3, right?
Yes, that's right.
And I just got stuck on that. I got stuck
All
on the
right,
next
so let's
part.
work it out to that point. Like you said, you got to add a decimal point. 25 goes into 93 times. That's 75. Then you get 10, 5, you get 15. You bring a 0 down. So you got to figure out how many times is 25
Oh,
going to
bring that
150.
0 down.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, I did not do that. So what did you say after that one? How many wait, how many times 5 going to 150?
How many times is 25 going to 150?
Oh, okay. I think it's 6. If I'm not mistaken. That'd be 6, right? Because wait, hold on. Yeah, 6. And that's gonna be 150. So it would be 0.36? Or no,
Yep.
wait. Oh, that's the answer? 0.36?
Yeah, that's the answer. 0.36. You got to bring in the decimal point, and that's your answer.
Okay.
All right. Here's one we're gonna work. 1/3. Now, when you do this one, 3 goes into 1. We have to add a decimal 0. 3 goes into 10 3 times. Bring the 0 down. Goes into 10 3 times. Bring another 0 down. Now, does anyone see a pattern?
Oh, so that's an infinite number, right?
It's an infinite number. So you can just keep doing that out. But one short way you can do it is you can put a line over the number. When you have a line over the number, it means that number keeps going on forever. I just wanted to show you that.
Okay.
So let's go now decimals to fractions. This is kind of hard. Decimals to fractions. Now what we're going to do, so 0.75, is we're going to do 0.75 and we're going to
1/3?
divide, we're going to then divide it by 1. 0.75 divided by 1. Now, that's still 0.75. Now we're going to multiply it by 100 over 100. And why are we doing that? Because 100 over 100 is 1, so it's still the same number. So when we do that, we get the bottom is 100 because 1 times 100 is 100. And we get the top being 75. So now we have a fraction. Now we can simplify it. We can divide each by 25 and we will get 3/4. The trick we did here is we divided it by 1 and then multiplied it by 1, and that made it a fraction. It's still the same number, it's just a different format.
Okay, can you do
Here's
a
a-
bigger number? A bigger decimal?
Like 0.35 or like a longer
Or can you
one?
add one more number?
Yeah, here's one. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's,
like that
no, I don't like that one actually. That's when you make up math problems like just in your head, sometimes you get really ugly ones. I'm gonna do 0.350.
Okay.
Now I'm going to divide this by 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 1,000 over 1,000, because now there are 3 places. So I'm going to want it to have 3 places.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to get 350 over 1,000, and I'm going to divide the top and bottom. Let's divide them by 2. We get over 500, and we get 175. Now we can divide it by 5, and we're going to get something over 100. I'm actually going to have to do it out long. I don't know what that is in my head. 15 to 5, 5. So it's 35. So we get 35 over 100. We can divide 35 over 100 again by 5. And we'll get 7 over 20. So 7 over 20 is our answer. So that's all the new material for today. I'm gonna make a note in my notes. It seems like you all would like some practice with the division type stuff. So let's try, let's see. But you also want to practice the common denominators, right? So you want practice with those 2 different things. Let's try some decimal problems first, just to work into it. Why don't you all try this one? 1.89 plus 0.003. Why don't you all give that one a try? Then put your answer in the chat or give me a thumbs up or something to let me know you got it. All right, you all want me to try it out or you need some more
Yeah.
time? All right. 1.89.003. We're going to have to add a 0 here. 1 or 3981. So 1.893. Now, why don't you all try this one? Let's try. Let's try 0.002 times 0.007. All right, I'm gonna work this one. 0.002, 0.007. 7 times 2 is 14. I don't know why it does that. Like it's caught and then starts scribbling. Carry the 1, then it's 0, placeholder 0. That's gonna be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So I get 14 here. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So my answer is 0.0000014. Now this is actually a good opportunity to do scientific notation. I can do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can say 1.4 times 10 to the negative 5. So that's why it's important to get it lined up and then count your zeros correctly. So it's 8:30 now. We finished all the new material. If you want to stay on for a little bit, I think it was mentioned some common denominator practice or maybe some division practice. We can do some of those things. If you want to stay on, we can work on that.
Can we do we do one more of these, the decimals, and then can we
Like the multiplication.
yeah, I want to do the multiplication decimals and then some division and then that'd be it.
Okay, let's see. Let's see, let's get a good one. 8.1 times 0.531. To try that one out. Yeah, Jose, you're doing the Zoom on your phone?
Yeah, I'm doing my thing on my phone. I mean, I can't
Yeah.
really like computer out here because if I do, I'm not gonna have any internet and I won't be able to access it. And plus,
Yeah,
like,
because you,
I literally
uh-huh.
just got because like the
Yeah.
rain got.
Yeah, if you want to, we can during the Sunday boost next week, we can try to practice like having I can do the Zoom whiteboard and we can see if we can figure out how you can make it follow.
Yeah.
I think there's something you can. Do you get like an invitation when I push that button just now?
Yeah.
Click on it and do you like follow me on your screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I do that, I'm gonna do that in the future, and then you can click that and hopefully it'll just follow and you won't have to, I'm hoping, instead of the freezing.
Yeah. I mean, do you have anything written down right now? Because I don't see anything.
You don't see anything at all right now?
No.
Yeah, it should be following stuff.
It's currently blank.
That's weird. And you left the Zoom and came back?
Yeah, I looked at Zoom and came back.
Is there a Zoom thing, or like if you pinch in and out, can you like zoom it?
Yeah, I've done it, but like there's like a certain
Yeah.
area where it glitches and it shows like a little like spot of the whole work, but whenever I zoom in, it just disappears and like won't let me like catch up and see what you wrote down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but that's not That's not good, yeah. I'm not sure about it.
If not, I'll still show up on the Sunday one because like I
Mhm.
understand the adding and subtracting. I just needed to do the decimal and what else did he do?
I did multiplication and division of fraction or of decimals, and it might be before you got in, but I did adding and subtracting fractions. I definitely encourage you to watch the video when I post it. Like I'll
Alright.
post it in the morning. Definitely encourage you to watch the video because that's important.
All right, and like maybe on the Sunday we can like go over what we went over. What last Monday or Sunday?
Um,
Good for you.
like go over what we went over today or go over something from the past.
From the past, like last week's and
Yeah,
today.
just ask me about it and I can try to do it. I have to balance like everyone who's there and what they need, but I can try.
Oh yeah, I understand.
How's this problem going, Steed? Steed?
I was talking the whole time. I just had my mic on.
Oh,
Uh, I'm about to put the answer in the chat. I don't know. I just literally just solved it, but I don't know if this is the right answer.
okay. Let's see what you got. 75.90. I think you're gonna have something in the wrong place. So 8.1.
Oh, I didn't do the
Point-
scientific notation.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll be forgetting about that, but that's another reason why I wanted to do this the times because I
Mhm.
actually be forgetting it.
0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. I'm gonna put a placeholder 0 down here. Make my zeros prettier. Actually, I'm gonna have to erase this plus in this line because I'm gonna do 3 of them. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Now we're gonna put 2 placeholder zeros, 0, 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40.
That's why I got that wrong.
Now I'm gonna do a lot of adding. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 3, 4. I'm gonna go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your answer is going to be 4.3011, and then that's just your answer.
Okay, yeah, I see where I got my my answer wrong, especially with the 75 because I was way off. I put 3 times 8 as 27, so that's why.
Oh yeah,
that's where I messed up at, and that actually wasn't even the correct answer. And I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm
yeah,
mad at
yeah.
you.
That. Yeah, it's all just lining up, and then that basic arithmetic, right? Is
Okay.
there something else you want me to work?
No,
I'll
I
stay
actually
until 8:45. Or
no.
you
This
good now?
recording that we have, I'm definitely about to literally look over this, like everything that we do. I'm like,